when you grow up and you're hearing from television, from church, from family, oh, aren't you a pretty little girl? I bet you can't wait to get married and look like a princess. Or you have these messages constantly bombarding you that this is how your life is going to be. So really, what choice do we give kids other than to behave the way that we are expecting them to? I feel like a lot of women who make the decision to follow that societal norm of being in heterosexual relationships do that because of the pressure that's on them. And I feel like the reason that they finally change is because they're like, you know what, I've done things the way that were expected of me, and I find this very unsatisfying. Or I've already had my children, I've already had my 2 marriages, I'm not going to keep doing this anymore. Like, who am I trying to please here? And then they realize life is ticking by. You do not have the luxury of time to just take as long as you want to find your happiness. You really do have to figure it out. And if you're not happy, you got to change something. I've heard stories about a lot of women that never even had an idea that they were gay. And then they just started talking to a coworker or something who was, and they fell in love. And so they realize they're not really a sexuality. They're just a person who loves other people. Doesn't matter what their genitalia are. It just matters that they're making a connection. I just think we're a lot more accepting as a society of that being somebody's reality now. Where even 20 years ago it was like shocking. I think I remember seeing like a Oprah episode, and it was like, this was so interesting to everybody that it was actually a topic of an Oprah show, like later in life lesbians, and it's like, wow, is this a thing? Yeah, it was a thing then, and it's a thing now, and it'll be a thing 20 years from now. Because people figure their shit out at different times in their lives, and there's no one set path for everybody. We all take our own paths. The important thing is just to not attach to an outcome. Let it flow. Be in the divine flow. And I think the people who come out when they're later in life, they're at the same place where they realize, I've done it your way, but now I'm going to do it mine.